Hi and hello everyone. This video is about the classes I took while in university and my thoughts about each one. In all honesty, most of them was a blur, and for the most part, most of them were general education or gen ed courses like math, English, history, etc. Before actually saying what classes I took, I was able to have some college credits going in. I got 3 credit hours from a high school class that acted as a college course, 4 from a study abroad I did back in high school, and another 4 from an AP test. So I had 11 credits going in. But for the most part, I had no idea what major or career I wanted. Like any typical Asian parents, I was told to pursue in medicine, dentistry, or law. I guess I liked science enough from all the TV shows I was watching at the time. So I thought, why not try forensic science? Turns out an undergraduate course work in that major would entail 86 to 98 credit hours. That's almost 90 credit hours for just that major. There's also still the general education that all undergraduate must take. So a student needs to take at least 18 credit hours each semester just to graduate with a forensic science degree within 4 years at my university. So freshman year fall, I took Bio 101 and its lab, Chem 101 and its lab. These classes were very intense, but great professors overall. I also took a criminal justice course, also great professor. Americopluralism, aka a history class, where we had the option to write 3 topics for a paper, and one of these topics would be randomly picked. Obviously, I wrote all 3 and just handed that one paper with the topic that was picked. I also took a college writing seminar class that every freshman had to take, and an intro to university class that, again, all freshmen had to take. In total, this semester was 17 credit hours, just one under the limit a freshman can take. My first semester at university wasn't the greatest. I was really struggling with the transition from high school to college. Not sure why, but I know I was just struggling at the time. I was regretting my decision of going to university. Going to university, especially in America, it's a lot of money and time that was being spent despite the good amount of scholarship money I received. I felt like I could do something more right after high school rather than being in university. While I was in university, my life became disorganized. It was all of a mess, and overall, I was very stressed and felt like I was slow, a cloud over my head, a heavy weight on myself. Everyone else seemed to be having fun at college and I just wasn't, and it felt really unfair. And then the term imposter syndrome really dawned on me. I wasn't sure how do I succeed? What happened if I fail? And I feel like I don't belong there. And slowly these feelings just became very overwhelming that I felt like I couldn't handle it anymore. So forensic science was not the major for me. A cool major, but definitely not for me. So I decided to drop that major, and now I became an undecided major. So freshman year, spring, looked like this. I took an anthropology course about globalization and local culture, which had the best and most understanding professor. I love her so much. Bio 102 and its lab, Chem 102 but no lab, a general intro to religion course, and a general English class. And in total, this was 16 credit hours, one less than before, and a total of 44 credit hours. I'm not sure why, but this semester felt less of a load than before. You can say I was enjoying my time. Slowly, these issues became less of a burden. They still linger within myself, even now, but I definitely felt more of myself and felt more comfortable in university. That anthropology class that I took really helped me decide that maybe anthropology is a good major. With that, sophomore year was good. Not a breeze, but definitely not the same as freshman year by taking a human origin class, cell bio because I think I was a bio major. I also did drawing and philosophy and ethics, and in total, this was 15 credit hours this semester, 59 total for my university year. I was actually planning to study abroad in Asia, more specifically in Japan. Technically, this is an exchange program from my university and the university over in Japan, and all the classes were taught in English. I was going to take a Japanese literature course, a Japanese society, a Japanese art class, or a Japanese history class. I don't remember if it was a Japanese art history class, really don't remember, who cares. Either way, that class and a sociology about Japanese women, but we all know what happened in spring 2020. So online classes became a thing. Of course, I cried for 3 hours. That was great. Sent so many emails to the financial aid office and probably 5 different advisors about what to do in terms of making up these credits that I was supposed to do abroad. Now I'm worrying about how much money that will be spent to make up for these classes and feeling left behind because I wouldn't be able to graduate within the 4 years. And luckily, because of these special circumstances, my scholarship that usually applies fall and spring tuition is being applied to the summer courses that I will have to take. And because the amount of the scholarship overcovered the summer expenses, some of the money went over to me to where I immediately paid for my student loans. So study abroad became summer school online. All these classes were asynchronous, God bless. I took a classic myth class, which were mostly about Greek gods. This professor was such a kind, elderly professor where she would send us like words of inspiration and affirmation and pages of the book, so we didn't have to spend any money. And the assignments were so much fun. I remember we had to do an assignment about creating a modernized portfolio for one of these Greek gods we read. I also took an Islamic history class where I can say by far the worst class I've ever taken, not the subject, but the professor. My God, this professor was the worst. Made us read all the materials but did not teach us at all. All the lessons that was being sent to us did not help us write any essays, so all I can say is I learned nothing from this class. I took a sociology class that was an introduction, and it was a writing intensive, which basically means that instead of multiple choice, it was a written exam. And finally, I took a philosophy course about Chinese philosophy, and in total, this was 12 credit hours over the summer, a total of 71 overall. Over that summer, I guess I changed my major to sociology anthropology. It's not two major, but a combined major of the two. Typically, for most colleges, you need 120 credit hours for a degree. So 120 minus the 71 I have overall equals 49, and the Soc Anth major is about 36 credit hours, so I can basically fit this major within the time left while at university within the 4 years I mentioned before. However, because I started out as a junior, there's still a lot of these major classes that I need to take. I've already taken the natural science intro and the social science introduction courses, but I still needed an ethnography course, 2 methods courses, a theory and method class, 4 electives, 2 in anthropology and 2 in sociology. Overall, I just needed 27 credits left for this major. So junior year, aka the online year, was like this. I took a migration course, specifically about Mexican migration into the US and the legal systems and loopholes around this. There's also a human evolution class that I took. These 2 classes have the best professors in terms of breaking down the material into manageable pieces. Overall, they're just great people. I love them so much. I took a sociology class about the people who established the sociology discipline and the major itself, and learning about research. I also took a sociology class about city and suburbs, and finally a global inequality class. So I guess my minor is now urban studies, because why not? So this semester was 18 credits hours in total. Even though these 18 credits is the maximum an undergraduate can take, it didn't seem like a lot of work compared to freshman year. I'm not sure why. Maybe I became accustomed to university and was able to get my shit together. Maybe these classes were online, made assignments easier. Who knows? So junior year, we were still online. I took issues about cultural anthropology, an urban class about Chicago, a social research class, an urban research and a service seminar class, and a religion of Asia course. Similar to last semester, this semester was 18 credit hours and in total 107 overall. I guess now is a good time to say there are other requirements that's not just making sure you have 120 credit hours. I've already taken 2 intensive writing courses, a service learning class, and a language skill at the 102 level that I've tested out with German. And so I managed to graduate a semester early, so fall semester was my last semester with only 13 credits left just to reach the 120. Because I've already completed majority of my major in my junior year, this semester was the most fun I've ever had. I took 2 ceramic classes, hand building and wheel throwing. These classes were so much fun. I like making things with my hands, and ceramics is the perfect medium for it. I took another class about Chicago, best history class, because it was once a week. Professor would lecture for half the time, and for the other half we would do a walking tour around Chicago. It was so much fun until it got really cold, because the cold sucks. I took Japanese 101 because why not? Maybe this was to somehow make up the study abroad I was never able to take. And finally, a social theory and social research class, aka a capstone research class, where students, aka me, was able to write and read about any topic we want as long it was approved by the professor. So this semester it was 15 credit hours, so I graduated with 122 credit hours over the 120 limit, which means I'm getting my degree. If the math is off, don't blame me. I was going off my transcript. My college or university experience could be similar or different than others. I just wanted to put this video out there about the classes I took. I still can't believe I managed to graduate a semester early. And yeah, as always, end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye!